When you spend your money on luxury makeup, you want to get your money's worth. So today I'm sharing some standout luxury makeup products I think are actually worth the money and can work beautifully for anyone of any age, but especially if you're over 40 or beyond. These are personal favorites after testing tons of luxury makeup products over the years. I actually have favorites in every makeup category, but pulled 10 for this video. Some are new products, some are longtime favorites. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a more comprehensive video covering luxury favorites in every makeup category. I share beauty products at all price points here on my channel and have a comprehensive drugstore beauty video coming very shortly. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's go ahead and get into these luxury makeup products I think are absolutely worth the splurge. To go along with today's luxury video theme, I'm wearing some luxury jewelry pieces that you've probably seen me wearing here and there in various videos over the past month or so from Ideal. I feel like I'm seeing Ideal everywhere all over social media lately. I think the first time I saw them was either on Jessica Alba or Eva Longoria. I can't remember, but I started looking into the brand and I just thought their pieces were so classic and pretty, but had a bit of a twist to them. I didn't realize how different they actually were until I started looking further into them, and I love that you can live in their pieces, you can work out and shower in their jewelry, which I've been doing, and so I was thrilled when they reached out to me, and I'm excited to team up with them today to give you a savings code and to share more about my pieces and about the brand. They're really different in that they're all about modularity with classic, unique, high quality pieces that you can wear day in and day out. You can start with a base like stud earrings or a chain necklace and create different combinations or looks with add-ons over time. The necklace that I'm wearing is the Lena necklace. I started with the chain and added on the Lena to start, which I think is a great, versatile, everyday staple necklace that can go with anything. It's delicate enough to dress it up or dress it down. It's simple and classic, but it's not boring, and you can see how it slides easily. These are true high quality everyday pieces made of solid 14 karat gold that you can leave on all the time if you want to. They can withstand everyday wear and get wet and keep their shine and not oxidize, tarnish, or discolor. They use sustainable, real lab-grown diamonds that aren't fake or artificial. The difference between their lab-grown diamonds and mine diamonds is the origin. They're a kinder alternative that uses less of the earth's energy to make and create their diamonds. I also got the medium-sized studs, which I wear by themselves a lot, but when I want a slightly dressier look or a more elevated casual look, I add on the Romy semi hoops. They just slip onto the back. Easy peasy. I've never seen another jewelry brand do custom jewelry quite like this. It's pretty innovative to me anyway. I now have a perpetual wish list for various add-ons for birthdays, holidays. I feel like these are elevated investment pieces that are at a really nice price point for the quality that you get. If you want to check out the specific pieces that I have or just browse their store in general, I'll have the links down below in my description box along with my savings code for you. I'm starting with a foundation that I'm still surprised about and blown away by at the same time. This is Dior Forever 24-Hour Stick Foundation. I have had such bad luck with stick foundations overall. Less than a handful probably work for me. So to have one as a favorite that I reach for this regularly is pretty surprising. They either don't apply or wear properly during the day. There's just always an issue. So if you're new here, I live in a very tough climate here in New Orleans. It is insanely humid all year, even when it's not hot, and it is hot the majority of the year. Most stick foundations either don't apply properly, they want to stick to the dry areas and emphasize flakes I don't even have, or they slide off my face or break up unevenly during the day or make me an oily, greasy mess. But not this one. This one is beautiful on all areas of my skin and it wears phenomenally well all day long, even in insane heat and humidity. I wear shade 2N, which is described as light skin with neutral undertones. I can take this from light to almost medium full coverage. It's just a really nice, everyday, easy, quick foundation to use. It glides on my skin like butter and blends out like a dream. I usually like to blend this out with my fingers. It fuses with my skin really nicely that way and gives me a nice, smooth, natural, soft matte finish. And it seems to almost look better on my skin as it settles in throughout the day too. Now, if I want a natural, sort of glowy finish rather than a soft matte finish, I've been spraying a sponge with my D'Alba White Truffle Spray and blending it out with that, and it works beautifully. That is what I had on in my recent favorites and fails video. It's what I did for today's video. Now, you may see more glow on your screen just because of the lights that reflect it back to you. That's just the way it works. In person though, it's really, really beautiful and a bit more hydrating too in the winter months for me personally. But this is great if you have normal to oily skin, and I would say even dry skin, especially if you do the little hydrating spray sponge trick. It just works really well. I reach for this a ton. It's the best stick foundation I own. I can use it on a daily basis, and for me, it's been worth every penny. I have a full, thorough foundation review of this here on my channel. If you want to check that out after this video, I'll have it linked down below along with everything I'm sharing. And I'll have as many products as possible also sourced through YouTube. As someone with dry under eyes, hollows, dark circles, texture, fine lines, I get really frustrated with all of these hydrating, creamy concealer launches with medium coverage. Why can we not get more medium, full, even full coverage concealers with those benefits? Do you get as frustrated as I do with that? I mean, it's really frustrating. So we have Westman Atelier Vital Skin Concealer. This is hydrating and creamy, and it has a bit of tackiness to it as it sets down on your skin, so it kind of fuses with your skin. It blends out extremely easily to give medium to nearly full coverage. And if you're not prone to creasing under your eyes, it would probably be pretty self-setting for you. I need very, very little setting powder for this to set my under eye area and look beautiful. There are also nice skincare ingredients in here, including peptides to hydrate, smooth, firm, and soften fine lines. I grabbed it in shade L4 Light Peach, which I wouldn't describe as being light or peach, but shade L3 had either gold or yellow as part of the description. And this is pretty neutral, almost leaning yellow itself. It's fairly close to my face shade. It's not brightening. I can use this as a face and under eye concealer. It's beautiful. It looks like my skin while giving me the coverage I need. A little goes a long way, so it should last you a long time. If you have dry or aging under eyes and you want some coverage with or without corrector underneath, this is a great one. Because it's not a typical luxury brand, I almost didn't include Makeup Forever HD Skin Face Essentials palette in this video, but I have gotten such bang for my buck from this palette. I felt like it needed to be in this video. It has been worth every penny for me, and I think it's great for any age, any skin type. I typically think of cream products lasting on the face for normal to dry skin, but they designed this for all skin types to be waterproof, sweat proof, and I have worn this on some long, hot, humid days, and my makeup has looked beautiful all day. I have the light version here, and there's also a deep version. There are 6 foundation shades, 4 blushes, and 2 highlighters. You don't have to use these as foundations. You can use these as bronzer, contour, a matte highlighter if you want to bring certain features out. You can create endless combinations with these and apply them with your fingers, a brush, or a sponge. They apply beautifully every single time to all areas of my face. It doesn't matter if I have dry patches. I also don't get greasy during the day when I wear these. I have worn these over my skin over foundation, under powder, and even have applied them over powder. And these apply and blend out so seamlessly to look like part of your skin after they're blended in. They look seamless and set down so they're not tacky or heavy, which can be a concern if you have oily or combination skin. When I initially bought this, I bought it to test. I test and review makeup. It's what I do. I didn't think I was going to be reaching into this as much as I do. Sometimes I do a full look with it. Others, I reach into it for a shade here or there just to bronze or contour, to use one of the blush shades, or these highlighters. They're very naturally dewy looking. I thought the texture of all of the products was going to be kind of oily and slippy, and it just wouldn't work for the majority of my skin in my humid climate. But it turns out that I love the slip that these have when I apply them, which allows them to melt into my skin, but that they kind of disappear into my skin while giving me color. I love them, and they seem to last forever too. I feel like I dip into this pretty often and I still have a ton left. I love the size of the compact. It's great for travel. It would also make a great gift. I have gotten and continue to get my money's worth out of this, which is why I had to put it in this video. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this new-ish Givenchy Prism Libre Matte pressed powder is a substitute for the discontinued loose version that was reformulated. It's not. I don't use it in the same way, but I have really been enjoying it as a finishing powder after my makeup is fully complete, and as a touch-up powder after blotting. So if you're looking for a two-in-one product that gives you both of those things plus color correcting properties, I think this is a really nice option because it softly mattifies and smooths and blurs and can be used for both of those things. You may even enjoy setting with it too. I just personally don't like to use it as a setting powder. I like my other setting powders, and I prefer to use a loose powder as a setting powder. I have it in shade 3 Voile Rose. There are other shades to choose from for different color correcting properties they use their 4-color system. Now, this doesn't replace my favorite finishing powder, which is still MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, unless they reformulate it like they did their Studio Fix Powder Foundation. It's always a possibility, but this is completely different. That gives a soft candlelit glow radiance and a sheer veil of diffusing, blurring coverage, if you can even call it coverage, whereas this, like I said, is a mattifying, color correcting finishing powder. So it depends on what you're looking for, but if you're looking for something like this, I think this is a really nice option that I didn't think I would be reaching for as much as I am, but I have been reaching for this. I've been throwing it in my purse. I'm almost kind of mad that I like it because I'm still bitter about that loose powder being discontinued. The blush I have on today as a soft wash of color is the YSL Make Me Blush Blurring Liquid Blush in shade 44 Nude Lavalier. This is a really soft, dusty rose. I have on pretty sheer, and that's what I love about it. It's very buildable and blendable so that you can build up the color. It doesn't go in too hard so that you have to sheer it out. I put a small dot on the back of my hand and just lightly tapped and blended it out with my finger so you could see it softly diffused. It gives kind of a blurred, soft matte skin-like finish that lasts, for me anyway, all day. These don't go anywhere. I like to blend it out either with my sponge or a brush. I don't like to blend this out with my finger usually. I don't know why. I just find it blends out more evenly with a brush or a sponge over my skin, over foundation, even over powder. I love it. I find it very easy to use, and it wears well all day, and this tube is going to last a long time. As we get older, powder highlighter becomes trickier because we have more texture to deal with, but it's so quick and easy to apply, and when it's done right, it is beautiful. I am so picky when it comes to powder highlighters. I have very, very few that I use and recommend. And this one, the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in Universal, is one I don't think I'll ever be without, and I will probably always recommend it to you because it is so versatile and it's refined. It's not glittery. It looks very natural and it's not texture enhancing at all. It is what I'm wearing today. I put a tiny bit in the corner of my eye. I'm not sure it's even there. I've been wiping my eyes today. I have some allergies going on. You can use all 4 shades individually. I also like to mix this gold shade with white for a lighter champagne shade, and I mix the gold with the pink shade for a rose gold shade. I swipe these on my cheekbone. It's what I'm wearing today. I mixed the gold and white and probably applied a little bit too much. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I tap it on with a finger and blend it out. It always looks beautiful. I sometimes apply them to the inner corner of my eye or my brow bone if I'm wearing an all matte look. Sometimes I use these as eyeshadows for a satin sheen versus a shimmer. They're just stunningly beautiful, and this palette is going to last you forever. I probably get more use out of the white and the gold shade than I do these two. That's going to depend on your preferences, your skin tone, and a variety of things, but I do use them all, and this palette is going strong probably longer than it should. It goes out of stock a lot, and there's a reason for that. The eyeshadow palette I'm recommending to you is going to come as no surprise if you've been subscribed to me for any length of time. Natasha Denona I Need a Nude. I reach for this all the time, either for single shades or to get an entire eye look. I use this brown to line with pretty frequently. I used this palette on my eyes today for an all matte look. I lined with that brown and used this shade in my crease in transition, the shade below it on my lid, and then this shade along my lower lash line. That's it. That's all I did. So it's great for every day. If you want an all matte look, or if you just want to reach into it for a liner or for a transition shade, or if you want some shimmer or sheen on your lid, or if you want a complete look, basically it's great for any time you want any kind of neutral, easy look or a dramatic look. I have gotten some really pretty dramatic looks. It's an easy, everyday, no-brainer palette with great quality that I can recommend confidently to most people and know they'll love it. So I recommend this a lot in many videos, and it's another product that I think gives you a lot of bang for your buck. A viewer recommended this lip liner to me. I can't remember if it was in this shade or a different one. Katie Jane Hughes swears by these lip liners. This is Farah Homidi. What's the actual name of this lip liner? It is the Smudge and Contour Lip Pencil. The shade I got is Dew, D-O-U-X. My lips have lost volume with age. They are just not as full as they were when I was younger. It's natural, it happens. I haven't had lip filler. I sometimes lightly overline my lips, and I pretty much always fill them in so that whatever lip product I'm wearing over them lasts a little bit longer. Not all lip pencils give you a good effect when you overline with them. Some of them look really natural and they glide on smoothly. And this is one of those lip pencils. It glides on so smoothly and gives you such a beautiful effect. I've been using this pretty much every day since I bought it, and I want more shades. I think the shade Fawn is the one that Katie Jane Hughes loves for fair and light skin. This gives me the glide that I need, and it meshes with my natural lips in a beautiful way, and it lasts. It lasts without drying my lips out. It just feels like my lips, which is so nice. It doesn't feel sticky or gummy the way some long-lasting lip liners do. I was skeptical before trying it, but I love it. I am using it pretty much every day when I'm wearing this shade anyway. So if you've been curious about this lip liner, I highly recommend it, especially if you like to overline your lips. For a luxury brow product that delivers, the Valentino Brow Trio is where it's at. So you get a very very finely tipped brow pen on one end that doesn't require you to have to concentrate to use light pressure to not end up with super dark brows. Now mine is in the shade brown, which is probably too dark for me right now. I'm going a bit lighter with my brows because I just feel like that flatters me more. I scribbled it very lightly here on the back of my hand so you could see how fine it goes, and you get a brow pencil. It's an elongated dash shaped brow pencil. I know I don't always have the time to be precise and use a brow pen, so it gives you the option, and you also get a spoolie. The quality is great, as it should be, but I'm gonna have to say it again in this video, you get a lot of bang for your buck here. It's a luxury product, yes, but it is great, great quality that gives you some nice options. I love it and highly recommend it. If you regularly watch my videos, you have probably at some point seen me apply some face product with this double-ended hourglass veil brush. I love this brush so much that I had one up here at my filming spot, but I wanted one downstairs at my vanity where I get ready on a daily basis, so I bought a second one. I use this all the time for various things. There's just something about the softness and density and the domed shape of both ends. It's just perfect. This is my most used bronzer brush on a daily basis. That's mostly what I use the big fluffy end for. Sometimes I use it for a quick powder application, and the small end I've used for blush, for under eye powder, that quick application before pressing it in with a sponge or a poof. I've used it for contour. I mean, I use these brushes constantly. I even travel with it, even though I have other compact, soft, fluffy, domed brushes that I could easily travel with. This clearly has been worth the money for me. I use it at home. I bring it when I travel. I love multitasking products and I get my use out of it. Highly, highly recommend. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And let me know in the comments if you want to see my makeup favorites in every makeup category for drugstore or luxury or both. And click here if you want to see my latest discoveries, my current favorite makeup, skincare, home, and lifestyle fashion favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.